everybody, Invisiblekatana here, and today I would like to discuss something incredibly random. I realized, I always do my nerdy stuff, I do my movie stuff, and I was like, you know what? I can talk about whatever the F I want. I'm the one in my car going to this crappy job. I can say whatever I want. Why don't we talk about fast food fries? Because it's a good topic. It's a really good topic. It's an unfortunate, unhealthy topic that also costs like $8 billion if you're going to Five Guys, which I can't go there anymore. It's like I might as well be a sultan just to eat at effing Five Guys, which is really sad because we might as well start there because it's the one that's like a distant memory, a far off memory. It's like a shattered dream. Five Guys, burgers and fries. Great fries, delicious burgers too. They're really good burgers and all that stuff. They cost like, $800 now. But I love those Cajun fries. I'm a sucker for spicy food. Like I love spicy food. And I love Cajun fries. They have really good fries. Of course they just throw a ridiculous amount in the bag, but it's not worth. I think if you get like a large fry from them, it's like $13 by itself or something right now. It might be more than that. I feel like that's what it was the last time I looked. It seems like their prices just continue to go up and up and up. But I love their fries. They're so good. And I love a good, like, legit Cajun fry. And it's just an absolute tragedy that they're so excessively overpriced. Honestly, I'm surprised Five Guys is even in business. I genuinely mean that. Like, I know prices have gone up in general. Like, you go to McDonald's and it's like, man, remember when we actually had dollar menus? Like, yeah, I remember that stuff. But Five Guys is insanely overpriced. Like, it's absolutely insane. Like I said, you get a large and it's like $13 for some fries. That's crazy. And it's not, you get a lot of fries, but when it was like $5 for a large fry, and it was like, dang, they fill up a whole bag of fries for $5. That was different than $11 for fries. They got like 8 billion bags of potatoes just sitting in front of you, and it's like, yeah, we don't have enough potatoes to charge you a normal price. It's like, the potatoes are in the building. They're in here with us right now. So it's unfortunate, but I do love the Cajun fries from Five Guys. Far off memory. It's like a shattered dream. But oh well. Moving on to things that are also still excessively overpriced, because all fast food is insanely overpriced these days. Like at this point, if I go to eat anywhere that's fast food, I only will get like the crazy deals where it's like, hey, 2 for $3 type of stuff. Or I'll get something like a specialty thing. If I go to Burger King, I'll get their vanilla shake, which is really, really good. Also, Arby's has the Jamocha shake. That's like my favorite shake in fast food. Definitely delicious. Once again, prices are what they are, but the shakes, absolutely great. Although the one at Burger King is like $3. I've never bought a Jamocha shake by itself, so I'll have to try that out one day and just see what they charge for a regular Jamocha shake. But those shakes are really good. If there were other fast food shakes, this would have been about the shakes, because that was the first thing I thought, but I was like, there's not much comparison. Burger King, Arby's, get the vanilla shake, get the Jamocha shake. They're both amazing. But Arby's fries, really effing good. I love curly fries in general, of course, but naturally they have to have, good seasoning for them to be worth it. And I think Arby's has some pretty good fries. I think they have a really unique flavor to them. And of course, obviously, if you get the curly fries, you get the, the fancy visual of curly fries. But they're actually good. I think they have really good fries. I've had their regular fries because at some random point in time, when I was getting my fries, like a regular fry was just thrown in there. And they're just like classic crinkle cut fries. I don't like crinkle cut. I feel like it seems like a really weird thing. If people make crinkle cut fries, they're the most bland things on planet Earth. Like White Castle, like there's no reason to get fries from White Castle. Like the fries are trash. Like crinkle cut fries are just fries from a frozen bag, and then they dip them in some oil and they just throw them in the bag. Like I don't know if they're like salt resistant or what the deal is. I don't know what crinkle fries are all about, but I can tell you they're not about flavor. They are not about flavor. So I'm not a crinkle cut man because nobody seasons those effing things. Even if you buy them frozen, they always complain. I've never seasoned a single fry from a frozen bag outside of crinkle cut fries. I just thought of that. I've never done it. Granted, I'm not buying frozen fries all the time, and if I do, the only frozen fry that I buy now, Rally's fries. Those are God tier, like heavenly, just magic. Those are the best fast food fries. They seem underrated because I feel like Rally's or Checkers, and they call themselves Checkers and Rally's. I'm in Michigan. They always call them Rally's, and then they switched it to be like, we're calling them all Checkers. And then they switched it back to be like, well, it's Checkers and it's Rally's. I like Rally's better. I think Rally's sounds cooler because it's, it's the rally flag. For anyone that doesn't know, it's called checkers because it's like the race flag, like at NASCAR or big races, the checkered flag. It's rallies because it's a rally race. That's what that's for, by the way. For anyone that didn't understand why they call it that, that's what it's about. But I always thought rallies sounded way cooler than just checkers. Maybe because checkers is an actual, the board game checkers, and like, okay, checkers feels plain, but like, how often do you just say rallies? Like, it just sounds better to me. But those fries, those are the best fries. Those, like, there is no competition, there is no discussion. People might be wrong and say like, McDonald's is garbage. McDonald's is garbage compared to Rally's fries. McDonald's fries on their own, pretty decent. You get some good McDonald's fries, they're great. Or at least okay. I think they're all right. Honestly, I think I like them the most because, or not the most, but I like them a lot because of the fact that I actually like drink my pop when I eat my fries. So I'll have like fries in my mouth and drink a little Sprite or orange pop. And then I love that. Same with Five Guys. I would do it, back in the olden times. That was like one of the few places that would have strawberry Fanta from the fountain. And that's a good pop too. So strawberry, orange, and Sprite are like the three pops that I like when it comes to eating my fries and drinking pop at the same time. So I always thought, go to McDonald's, you definitely have it good. You get the fries are good. We all know what it is. You get the Coke, it's insane. You get the Sprite, it's insane. Like there's a different, they got that special, almost proprietary amount of sugar and just strength when it comes to Sprite and Coke at McDonald's. So that's a special combination. But the fries by themselves, they're okay. They're good, but they're like nothing special. Like I could literally just go buy Rally's fries and be like, yeah, these are good. I could just straight up go buy, Arby's fries and be like, yeah, these are really good. McDonald's fries are good, but they're also more plain. They don't have the same level of, nothing. I don't think anything has the same level of seasoning as Rally's fries. Like, it's insane. Like, getting Rally's fries is like getting good seasoned chicken. Like, it's like 15 effing spices. It might as well be KFC. Like, I don't know how much stuff they put on there, but you look at the fry and it's like, this fry basically looks orange because of all the seasoning, which is great. I'm totally fine with that because it comes out tasting amazing. But those are the number one fries. McDonald's fries, everyone loves to talk about them and stuff. And I've always been like, yeah, they're good, but they are just kind of plain fries. I think they're better because you always, most likely have a pop with them. I don't think I would ever get McDonald's fries by themselves. Like I said, I could easily do that with Rally's fries. I could easily do that with Arby's, especially Arby's because I always get the Jamocha shake. So I never drink those or have those like with pop on the side. I always do that with pretty much everything else where, like I said, Sprite, strawberry, or orange. I do that with everything else, but when I get Arby's, I always get a Jamocha shake. So those are like the only fries from fast food that I actually eat where I only eat them by themselves anyway. But I could still easily do it with Rally's fries, and I do, admittedly, I guess I do it quite often because I buy the frozen bag of fries from Walmart, and I don't drink pop with them all the time. I just eat them with my food. So I could easily do it with both of those, but when it comes to McDonald's, it's like, it's got to have like some Sprite with it. Still good without it, but also I think they put like, like I said, Rally's is like excessively seasoned in the perfect way. Crinkle cut fries have no seasoning, and then McDonald's fries are like 38% salt, and I can feel it. Like I don't think it would be safe for me to eat those because my whole body would dry out. Like I feel like they put so much salt in there. It doesn't ever feel overpowering, but if you didn't have something to drink with it, I think they have too much salt. Like it's a bit much. It's a bit much. It tastes good, like I said, but that junk will dry you out. Like you'll be gone. You'll be gone. But another place that I think has pretty good fries, and this might be the most controversial take that I have, is Burger King. I've actually always liked Burger King fries, and those are oddly plain. They're they're admittedly kind of close to the crinkle cut. They're really plain, but for some reason I've always liked the way that they were cooked. Like I've always been a big fan of those, a little bit more than the McDonald's fries, because like I said, I think even when I was younger, my connection to those was always like I have to have pop with it because by themselves they're just kind of, they eventually become like really salty. Like yeah, they taste good, but eventually you get a couple and it's like eating something sour. It's like this is good, and you get too far in, it's like okay, now my tongue is basically like seared from the acid of this sour candy. It's kind of like that. But with Burger King, I always love those fries. Same thing, of course. I'll if I'm getting pop or something with them, then that's how it goes. But if I get my vanilla shake, then I just eat them by themselves. And once again, it's a weird thing. It's something about how they make them, kind of like with their burgers, where it's like, they're flame grilled, as they like to claim, but they taste different. They taste different than McDonald's burgers for sure. So I think it's just the way they cook them. They just happen to come out just a little bit enough seasoning for my taste buds. They just happen to work really well. So I don't know what it is, but I've always really enjoyed those fries, even though most people tend to kind of hate Burger King fries. I've always really enjoyed them. Same with Wendy's fries. I think they're way better now because they definitely changed. Wendy's fries used to be like, it used to be like White Castle at the bottom, and then it used to be like Wendy's #2. Like, it was just plain beyond plain with no redeeming qualities. And then something happened and they changed how they made them. Like the crisp on those fries is different now. And I feel like the fattest person on earth even having these details, but obviously I've spent a lot of time eating fast food. But the fries are definitely a lot better now, and they're really good. On the rare occasion that I get them, which admittedly is super rare because if I get Wendy's at all, I'm getting a spicy chicken sandwich. Shout out to the spicy chicken sandwich. I love that thing. It's absolutely amazing. I think that is the best spicy chicken sandwich. Burger King has one. It's pretty good. But just the soft, juicy flavor of that Wendy's spicy chicken sandwich, that is where it's at for me. I could eat those every single day. They are absolutely amazing. Also, fun fact, if you get the chicken Caesar salad, if they even do salads there, I assume they do. But if you get the salad, you can actually get the spicy chicken instead of regular chicken. I used to do that all the time. But probably less healthy for that salad. But still, tastes better. Definitely tastes better. But those fries used to be atrocious. Like I said, not as bad as just every form of crinkle cut fries, but they used to be really plain and really bland. And now they're a lot better. They got a good amount of seasoning. The way they cook them is definitely different. Like you can literally just hold the effing thing and it feels different than they used to. They used to be like the most plain fries on earth, but they're much better now. Thank goodness, they're a lot better. And one fry that I wish I could try, and I'm sure it'll come back because it's always like every once in a while they bring it back like once or twice a year. But it's the Taco Bell fries. Everyone always loses their mind. I guess nacho fries, I think that's what they are. Everyone always loses their mind when they come out. And they look like bar fries to me, which if they're even remotely close to that, I can totally understand. Because bar fries, oddly enough, all different bars, it's just like bar pizza, where it's just like, why is this so good? I don't understand it. Bar pizza, it's like, it's magical pizza. Bar fries, I think they're beer batter, and that's why they're so good. That type of fry just tastes really good. So that's what they always look like as far as the Taco Bell ones. But I would like to try those at some point. I think I did have one like one time. I don't think I didn't buy them, so I think I just had them, and it was just like, oh, there's no extra sauce. It was like just the last little fry or whatever. But I'd like to try those one day and have like a genuine test of like this fry and this magic cheese stuff. I don't know if that's real cheese, but let's be honest, most of the food that we get is not really real, but that's neither here nor there. I'm not here to tell the truth. I'm here to talk about fries. But I'd like to try those one day. I'm sure that would be good. And like I said, if they're even close to bar fries, then I'll be fine with that. And the one time I can recall having them, it was pretty decent. But like I said, I also don't believe I had the cheese sauce when I actually did have them, which is of course I think that's the major component, because otherwise they are just kind of like slightly cheesy seasoned fries. I think they have like a little bit of like some cheese powder on them, but they were all right from what I recall. I don't think they're like crazy, but it's definitely meant to be dipped for sure. But excuse me, I'd like to try those. I don't think anyone else has any. I think that's the only place that has like temporary fries. Like, hey, we're bringing fries back. It's like the McRib coming out or something. It's like, hey, we're bringing back fries. Great commercials though. I love those commercials. Those are always hilarious, where they do like over-the-top dramatic action movies where somebody's trying to get the nacho fries or like stop them from being destroyed and stuff like that. Amazing advertising for those commercials. So I always find those super funny. So I love when they come out because they treat them, because they do them so rarely. They make like really great trailers for them, and they make them like over-the-top movie trailers. And then every time I see them, I'm like, these are funny. Like, these are just silly and entertaining. So they do result in good advertising, that's for sure. But I have to try them out one day, and I think that's really it as far as, like I said, nobody's coming out with like, hey, here's our limited edition fry. I think it really is just Taco Bell, and that's about it. But other than that, all the fries are there. There are no other places that I've really had fries. Actually, there is one other place, and this is for, mostly California people are going to consider this a hot take because it's In-N-Out. When I went to Vegas in 2019, I finally got to try In-N-Out, and I was like, oh, I didn't know they had it, and that was the furthest I'd been, that side of the country. So I was like, holy crap, didn't know there was an In-N-Out here. Let me check it out. First of all, and this is just gonna be me crapping on In-N-Out for half a second, I can't even get bacon on a burger. The place is garbage. But anyway, I go in there. Everybody, I watch YouTube. I'm on YouTube, obviously. I watch a bunch of people. A lot of people are in California and stuff, and everybody talks about, In-N-Out. I go to this place. First off, like I said, can't get bacon. Garbage. Why are you here? I can't get bacon on a burger. Trash. But still had to get a burger anyway. So I was like, okay, give me your plain basic burger, I guess. Give me just a burger. Sure. And then they give me fries. And they gave me some 1940s effing string fries. Like, are you kidding me? This is what people are jizzing over? This is In-N-Out? And I know you're gonna say the same thing every person says. Did you try the animal sauce? I didn't even know about animal sauce. And let me tell you, putting a little bit of jizz on a burger doesn't change my life, all right? It's not gonna do that much to make it the most spectacular thing on earth. Because if it was good, I wouldn't need the sauce, would I? Would I? Crinkle cut is trash because it has no seasoning, right? It's just In-N-Out is just a burger. I don't understand it. And that sauce, it's not gonna be that good that I'm like losing my mind over it. But I do want to talk about the fact that they got string fries. I know the history of In-N-Out. I know it now. I didn't know it back then, but I know it was like kind of the first thing where it's like, hey, In-N-Out. That's why they called it that, because it was like, so early on. White Castle, by the way, is the first ever fast food place for anyone that didn't know that. But In-N-Out is very close behind. Another very random fast food fact, by the way. The Colonel from KFC, he taught Dave from Wendy's, and that's why we have Wendy's. So Dave that made Wendy's trained under the Colonel. I don't know why I know all these pointless random things in life, but I do, and now you know them as well. Also, speaking of KFC, the wedges are coming back. I don't know if they've come back already, but the wedges were God tier, and then they switched them. Honestly, they kind of switched them to bar fries or something. Those fries are actually pretty great. I don't know if they got rid of the fries and brought back the wedges, or if they just have them both now. They should keep both, because I was annoyed, like everybody. I was like, man, they got rid of the wedges. Like, that was like the classic thing. It was like, you go to KFC and you don't get fries, you get wedges. It was almost like a staple. It was like, nobody does wedges. That's something you get made at home. Potato wedges. So it was crazy that they got rid of them, but the fries were actually pretty amazing. I remember having them probably once. I mean, I barely ever go to KFC, but I did have them one time. And it was funny because I don't think I knew that they even got rid of wedges. And I was like, I don't see the picture and stuff. And I was like, yeah, and I'll get some potato wedges. Like, oh, we don't do wedges. I was like, you don't have wedges? Like, what? Huh? That's crazy. But the fries are actually pretty great. I hope they kept the fries and brought back the wedges. But the wedges were God tier, and the fries are actually pretty God tier. It's kind of suspicious. Like, they're really good with their potatoes. They need to bring back the spicy chicken tenders. That's why I stopped going to KFC. Actually, if I'm being totally honest, that's why I don't eat at KFC. They got rid of the spicy chicken tenders that I used to get when I was younger, and that was like kind of like the spicy chicken sandwich at Wendy's. It was a really good medium where it's not like the ultimate spicy thing, but it was spicy enough for me to really love them. That's why I like the spicy chicken nuggets at Wendy's as well, because when you eat enough of those actually get spicier as you eat them, because that junk is just searing away at your tongue, which sounds bad, but that's because you're weak and you don't like spicy food, and that's okay. You can be weak, and it's okay. But I like spicy food, so I need it to burn. But I miss the spicy chicken tenders, so they brought back the wedges. They need to bring those back as well. And I think that's a good ending point, because there aren't any other places I can think of. I've had Raising Cane's before. I do not remember what the fries tasted like at all. But I did like the fact that the story was about a black lab, and so that's a great place. That's all I needed to see. I was like, oh, black lab is the main story behind the name of this place. Good enough for me. So I like Raising Cane's because of the story. And also their sauce that they have, the Raising Cane sauce is exactly the same as the KFC whatever that special, like the little white jizzy looking sauce, it's the same sauce. I'm telling you, they taste like almost identical. Like when I had it, I was like, this is just the KFC sauce. But that's neither here nor there. Once again, I'm not here to tell the truth. I'm just here to say things. But I would love to know your opinion on this very random topic of your favorite fast food fries, because there's a lot out there. There's definitely a hierarchy. If you want to rank them, by all means, go ahead. If I had to do it, of course, I'd probably go Rally's, Arby's. The new Wendy's fries have been suspiciously good. Like I said, I'm going off of just if I had to eat them by themselves. And it's been a minute since I had Burger King. Burger King might have gone down on the list because of the plane thing. So let's say Rally's, Arby's. Oh, I wasn't even thinking Five Guys because that's just a shattered dream. That's like a far off memory. If you don't get that reference, I said it 3 times, but I'm gonna just leave that out there. You should get that reference if you're randomly watching this. But we'll go Rally's. I'll actually do Five Guys number 2. I miss you, Cajun fries. Rally's, Rally's, Five Guys Cajun fries, Arby's curly fries. I'll probably go, the KFC fries were actually pretty great. Now I'm like really thinking about them, those are actually really good fries. Then I'd probably go Wendy's new fries because those have been pretty good. Then I'd have to go McDonald's and Burger King. So the Burger King has kind of dropped to the bottom of the list because I used to like them a lot more. And like I said, if we're going just by themselves, I probably couldn't eat too many of the McDonald's ones without like really needing something to drink. I legit believe it's only McDonald's fries that have ever done that. And I've had that happen before where, I didn't have anything to drink. And normally it'd be like, if I have Burger King fries and no pop left, it's like, oh, my throat's kind of dry because they're like thick. You might as well be eating an effing potato. And I think that's why a lot of people don't like them. They don't season them like an insane amount. They're fairly plain, but I always kind of like how they were cooked. But I'm telling you, with McDonald's, you cannot eat McDonald's fries and not have something to drink. Like you will die. It'll kill you. It's dangerous. But that, I guess, would have to be my ranking. So let me know your thoughts on that. I know this is super random, but it dawned on me, like, I should just talk about something stupid. And I always think about fast food fries. So there you go. And I think it's a pretty decent debate because we talk about that all the time. Like everyone's always talking like, oh, what's the best fast food fries? And I feel like, honestly, people don't understand that Rally's has the best fries. Everyone loves to be like, McDonald's. It's like McDonald's is kind of meh all over the place. Like their fries are like the best thing they got. Honestly, the Sprite and the Coke is probably the best thing you will ever have at a McDonald's. Everything else is meh. If they were still doing those, what was that, the barbecue chicken stuff they were doing? Or like the spicy barbecue or whatever, those were really good. I knew someone that worked there and I was informed that the reason they cut that out is because it was like a made to order thing, which fast food is not really made to order. So it was taking a lot of time and that's why they cut that out, because it was just taking too much time. But those were absolutely amazing. I wish they didn't get rid of them, but sadly they did. But other than that, McDonald's is really meh. Like the fries are good if you got some pop so it doesn't kill you, and the pop is great. And other than that, that is literally like, I only get McDonald's if it's a specific craving thing where I'm really hungry and I just happen to be near McDonald's and it's like, it's been like 5 months since I've had McDonald's. Sure, let's get these garbage burgers and some fries and a Sprite. That's like the only time I'll ever have McDonald's. But that is my ranking as of now. I'm sure once again that can flip flop and go all over the place, and I'm not really eating fast food in general, so it doesn't really matter that much. But I would love to know your thoughts. What are your favorite fast food fries? What fast food fries have disappointed you? What fast food places have disappointed you in general? Please put your comments down in the comment section below. And of course, thanks for watching.